and welcome to another FAQ Monday. I'm your host, Fluff, and as you will notice, Vycoustic came and they pimped out the studio. Or maybe you can notice, maybe you only notice because there's some panels back behind me, some fancy wood panels. But do not fret, because there is a full studio tour thing coming. I think I'm gonna strap the GoPro on my head and walk around and pick up stuff and touch it. And, you know, for all you hand model enthusiasts, because I know there's a lot of you out there, right? Aren't we all hand model enthusiasts? I am. Hand modeling's cool, man. You will also notice that it may look slightly different, and I'm trying a different angle. It's time for change. Change is good. Do not fear change. Like Blue Oyster Cult says, do not fear the reaper of change. That's how the song goes. But you just can't hear that part because he talks low. I'm also using a new GoPro Hero 4 Silver for the next 3 FAQ videos to check it out, to get for me to get comfy with it as well. So there's that. Lots of info. How about we answer some questions? The magical words. First question. Hey Fluff, what do you use for bass? I.e., which bass and signal chain? Thanks. It's not too different from the last time I talked about it, but I don't think I've really gone that in depth, and some things have changed, so I will go through my current bass chain. And for the drop C stuff, so normally I bounce between drop C and drop B tunings. And right now for drop C, I have a brand new made in Mexico Fender jazz bass with DiMarzio P-set pickups in it, and I'm going into an MXR compressor pedal, an MXR bass compressor, which is absolutely lovely. And from there, I'm going into the SansAmp RBI, and from that, straight into my interface, which is a Focusrite Sapphire Pro 40. Now to record the DIs, I plug my bass into my Kemper so I can hear just a good bass tone, and then I use the DI out from the back of that and go into my interface. And that's how I track the DIs, and then I reamp the signal into the chain I just told you about with the SansAmp and the bass compressor, and then I put those two together. So I always have the unaffected DI on top of the slightly more compressed SansAmp RBI tone, and it just sounds absolutely huge and lovely. I don't do the normal, you know, put a guitar amp sim on the reamp signal and make it super distorted and then go low. Lately, for the big distorted stuff, I like a cleaner bass tone. It's still slightly gritty from the RBI, but not that much. I don't have a fuzz pedal or anything on the signal, and it's usually pretty clean. But it sounds huge. It's just massive to me, and I'm really digging that setup.
Hey Fluff, I recently saw your demo video of the Driftwood Purple Nightmare amp, and I wanted to know which picks were on the amp in the intro of your video. By the way, nice playing, especially the intro.
Thank you for the words, kind sir. Those picks you were referring to are my brand new set of Ultex Sharp 1.14 Dunlop picks, and Dunlop were nice enough to put the channel logo on the picks, and they sent me a load of them. I mean, a load of them. And I got them right before NAMM, and I was giving them out at NAMM, and everyone I kept running into, like my buddy Ola, kept saying, we're finding your picks everywhere at all the booths, and people just kept coming up to me and asking for picks. And they're just a lovely, lovely pick. I've always been a huge fan of the Ultex material, and I just recently got a Dunlop endorsement, and they asked me, hey, you want some cool picks with a logo or something on it? And I said, yes, I do. So yeah, Ultex, check them out. If you haven't tried the Ultex material, I highly recommend it. It's a good attack, and it's real fast off the string, but it's not harsh sounding. It's like a slightly harder nylon in my opinion, and it just feels really, really good.
Opinion on Zakk Wylde's Wylde audio amps and guitars?
You know, that's pretty interesting. I have been asked a lot about it, and I think Zakk, sadly, is about 10 years too late for his market relevancy as far as marketing goes. I know a thing or two about marketing and selling stuff and demoing stuff and having new product out there and things of that nature, and I think he's about 10 years too late as far as his peak popularity. And I get that he can't tour forever, and this, for him, it's really about securing the well-being of his family. And that's what it really is, because, you know, when you have if you have a successful guitar or amp company, those royalty checks will come in for the rest of your life, and way until many generations later, after you're long and gone, your children and their children will be taken care of if it's successful. And I think that's what he's trying to do, because obviously he can't tour forever, like I said, but he's about 10 years too late in his relevancy, in my opinion. It should not go unnoticed that he has been responsible for a lot of people picking up a guitar, and I'm a huge fan of his playing and his music. He's a great dude, but he's not helping himself by coming out with guitars that are ugly as sin and are direct rip-offs and copies of the amps and guitars that he's known for. So, I think it just seems like a cash grab. But that's just my opinion, and you guys will probably disagree with me. But yeah, best of luck to him. But it's a little strange, and he's not EVH, so I think everyone's kind of like, what's going on? But could be just me. This week's suggestion, I suggest to you these sweet Mez headphones. These are the 73 Classics. These headphones are carved out of ebony. Now, these guys contacted me and said, hey, we like what you're doing. Can we send you a set of headphones to check out and tell us what you think? And if so, maybe put them on an FAQ Monday. And I thought, okay, sure, why not? These have a very woody sound to them. They're audiophile headphones with a little bit of a bass extension on them. They're kind of trying to find a middle ground between an absolute flat headphone and something that sounds really pleasing and something that you can take with you when you're on a trip. So the ebony on these gives the high end kind of the sweet, warm, woody sound. It's crazy. I would love to hear these using like a maple wood as well to see how that would change. But the cables that it comes with are detachable, so you can just put this away in your bag and you don't have to worry about cables or anything like that. And I thought, this is pretty cool. I'll show you guys these because I have really enjoyed them. I've been using them for about 2 weeks. I broke them in with 8 hours of pink noise, and they're really evened out and they sound good. Check these out. Links in the description. I am Fluff. As always, I appreciate you watching. Come back next time, and I'll see you then. Check, Micah 1, 2, check, check. Check Micah coffee. Because I love it. I love coffee. This is actually what I'm like when the camera's not on. Sorry.